think we've lost this idea of blessing?
I don't think we catch it in the scriptures. If we go through the Old Testament, how many times does
Oh,
it talk
yeah.
about blessing? You know, blessing your children to go, and God blessing Abraham to go. So I don't think that. And I think also it has to do with us realizing that if we're going to go with Jesus to the tough places, some parents aren't ready to do that. And we don't, I think it's really, really hard to go on that edge if you aren't blessed. And parents need to grasp the joy of doing that, even though it's hard to send your children, to send your grandchildren. But just think of the energizing part of that blessing that gets people across the globe. Yeah.
So you get to the field. You've honored the Lord by that commitment that he called you to so many years ago. It's still, though, a transition for any missionary couple going to the field. What did it look like and feel like to you? Was it what you expected it to be?
Well, I had gone as a junior in college to Zambia as a summer missionary. So I kind of had a feel for what it might be, but taking your children, that adds a whole nother dynamic to it. But we got to Malawi, and we probably didn't have a lot of culture shock because it was a lot like rural Kentucky. And it was just so exciting. And the new foods, and our boys, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, they were excited about meeting other children. If you go to Malawi, it's called the warm heart of Africa, and it truly is. They love you. They really are excited about you being there. And I know that as I look back, God knew we needed that kind of oasis as we began, because we would not have been prepared for what was coming as we got to places that were a lot tougher. I mean, we had people begging us to come to their village. They said, "We don't have a God in our village. We want to know, are you those people who can bring God to our village?" And we went weekends, we go and live in the village and see a church start. And I mean, you can deal with all kinds of stuff if you're watching people come to faith and being baptized. So it was exciting. And the transition was not huge. Now, later on, we'd have some issues, but we were together, we were doing it together, and that was exciting for me. And it's what I had always envisioned, that I would go there, I would stay there in that one location, and I would die there. But God needed to stretch me, and he did that.